Yo, what's going on, Jesus? How
Yo,
you
what's
been?
up, Brandon? I'm good. How about you?
I'm doing good, bro. Welcome
That's
to the
good.
podcast.
Thank
My
you.
name is Brandon, guys. I do ecom and I'm in Dallas. How about you, Jesus?
I'm also in around the Dallas area, and I'm getting back into ecom. I did ecom before,
Of
and
course.
mainly I do content for brands.
That's good, bro. That's good. So tell me more about like what you've been up to, bro. It's been a while since we met up, bro.
Very long while actually, but yeah, I've just been doing the main thing that I do right now that got me out of my job was
Yeah.
creating content for brands. I'm in a group called Creators Corner.
Yeah.
And what we do is just make content for brands. You get into that organization and they hook you up with the brands. So
That's good, bro. And like, what were you working at before you got into like business or ecom?
gosh, I was doing construction, bro.
And how was that, bro?
It was okay, but I was miserable. It wasn't what I wanted to do for the rest of my life. You get 40 years of working 9 to 5, and then at the end, you got to see if maybe you can retire. But they keep raising the retirement age, though.
They do, bro. And also, like, I've heard that like minimum wage in Texas is just like horrible.
It's still 725.
725?
Yeah.
Are you fucking serious? Because, bro, back in California, my girlfriend was telling me like it's like $20 or $15 minimum wage.
Really?
Which is insane.
That is
So-
insane. But cost of living
But
is
were
higher.
you making pretty good money, kind of?
I was not. I was not. Just because I work with my brother and dad, I was working with them. They had their own subcontracting company, and I was working under them. And you know how it is. They try to give you the short end of the stick.
And I do remember like 2 years ago, like you were telling me before you got into e-commerce, like, or actually when you were doing e-commerce, dude, you were working all day and you couldn't even do e-com until like late at night, right?
Yes, dude. I would
1 or
come
2
home
hours.
late. Yeah, I come home late, and all I would do was just get straight to work and doing product research, videos.
Bro.
And since it was organic marketing, it takes time.
For sure. Nah, bro, because I remember when I did organic marketing, like, it just took so much time to try to find that winner, right? Try to go viral. But when you get into like paid ads, is like you can scale a lot faster, right? You're paying money to see the views. With organic, you gotta get kind of lucky. You gotta get really good at making content to even get those views and go viral, you know?
Exactly, and it's a skill that takes time to develop for sure. So paid ads is really good, but for starters, organic was the way to go.
And tell them like how the fuck did we meet? Like how did we end up meeting each other?
It is a actually crazy story that I will tell it right now. Okay, so basically, it starts when I financed the truck in 2022 October, and after a few months, I was having no money left over at all. Like, I was broke. So I needed money, right? I was like, how am I gonna live like this for 7 years? What, right? That's how long you finance it if you're barely starting your credit.
Yeah.
So I was like, something needs to change. January 2023 came, and I was like, I'm done. I'm literally changing right now. I turned 21. I was like, I got to do something.
Yeah.
And I've always had that entrepreneurial mindset, but since I was in construction, it low-key crushes your soul. So
Wait, how come? Like how
because you just see all these people that they all had dreams. They just never acted on them, and they just stayed where they were because they were comfortable. Construction money is comfortable money. It's not.
it is.
It won't make you do anything more than what you should. So that was the problem that I kept seeing, and I was like, I don't want to stay like this. I saw a lot of people that were way older than me, and they were miserable, and I was already miserable. So I was like, yeah, I gotta change.
At your age too.
Yeah. So
But having that mindset at your age is like is good because like now you can get into business with the right mindset because you're already doing construction, right? You already kind of have like a tough mindset and tough like or strong work ethic, you know? That's really good.
I definitely attribute what I've been able to do so far to my mindset in construction. I think my parents, my dad and my brother, they're not my brother's my parent, but I think my dad and him that they taught me work ethic because they were always about that. And so I did get a lot of lessons from there that I still use to this day regarding work ethic.
And also with us immigrants, bro, like we're like second generation, third generation?
I'm actually, would I be considered? Yeah, I'm first generation, basically.
Okay, I think I'll be like first, second generation. I don't know, but with immigrant family, bro, with like parents, they want you to like get into college, get the best degrees. I don't know about you, but for us Asians, for me, yes, bro, they want me to be a doctor, straight A's, get into college, bro. But at the end of the day, like because even though they have a business, right? My parents, like they have a nail salon. A lot of Asians, they have nail salons
that's cool.
too. But they still want you to get into nursing, doctor degrees. You know, that's
Yeah.
because like they see the struggles that they've been through. They want us to be successful. You know.
Yeah, it's a
I don't know about
taboo.
you, but that's for us.
That's one thing that's a taboo in this country. Like, right, like for the people that came here, they think that the safest option is being a nurse, being an engineer, doctor, whatever, and that's cool. That might have worked, and that still works, right? For the essential people.
Yeah.
But if you're doing something else like theater, I don't know, art, I don't know.
That's like useless as fuck.
Yeah, sometimes even business degrees. I've heard people say that they're useless because you can learn all of that without having to pay money to go to college and then learn it.
And one thing like I see all the time, yeah, even back then when I was trying to get into college, and even in business classes, like, bro, these professors don't even have a business, right?
Yeah, they don't.
But like you still learn the fundamentals, which is good, but like it's just a waste of money, in my opinion, to go into college when you can just learn for free online, you know?
Exactly.
Business, if the professor doesn't even run the business, like how would he actually know like the ups and downs of the business, like the psychology behind business? Maybe he goes into school about that, but you actually learn when you do the business, you know?
Yeah, and maybe some of the, let's call it, well, the stuff that they teach, maybe it's outdated, you know?
Yeah.
A lot of the times it is. So it's really more of like a time waster, in my opinion, right?
Yeah.
But if you're doing like a doctor or whatever, the essential things, lawyer, that's still a good option.
Yeah, I'm not knocking off school, guys. Like school is essential. It helps you learn the basics, the fundamentals, and just be disciplined, bro. Like that's what school teaches you. I don't hate school. I'd rather not go there. You know, I'd rather not have a backup plan.
It's just not for us.
Yeah, it's not for us. It's not for everyone. But yeah, continue. Like I didn't mean to go off track, but like continue how we met. You know?
All right, yeah. So January, I decided I'm gonna look into whatever businesses that I can, see what I like, and I looked at a bunch, but the one that struck to me the most was e-commerce, dropshipping. Right?
How come?
It just seemed fun, you know. Like I don't know, I've always, because okay, in high school I actually sold candy, so you know, so I was
how
in
it is, bro. Like once, like, bro, there's people when I see people like selling stuff like back in school days when they were selling stuff.
Yeah.
Those are the type of people who later on build a business and see success with it. And that's what I did too. I was selling fucking shoes and I was a hypebeast, bro.
Really?
Yeah, bro. I was
Hey,
selling
nothing
stuff.
wrong with that. You know,
Yeah.
that's the high schooler. Even me, bro. Like
Yeah.
I had, it does teach you a lot, even when you're doing it in high school. Because I was selling candy, but it was forbidden for some reason. They were acting like it was contraband.
Wait. What kind of candy?
Anything, literally Takis,
Oh, okay.
Cheetos, Starburst. You know, any candy, bro.
Yeah, because like,
Even Gatorades.
oh yeah, I seen those do pretty good.
And it was doing really good, but COVID shut me down.
Oh my god,
Yeah.
it was the fucking COVID times, bro.
But it was good, you know. It taught me a lot, and it taught me how to be sneaky when selling too.
How much did you make?
I only did it for like from February to March, because
March.
yeah,
Were the margins good?
yeah, it was really good actually. I would do I started off with candy that in Mexican cultures we do things called rosarios where you're praying and all that, right? And you're praying to baby Jesus and all that.
Yeah.
And at the end they give out candy. And all that candy that my parents had left over, because they bought the candy and they were giving out the treats and all that. So whatever left over I had, I took it to school and I was just gonna eat it myself. But then someone offered me money for it and I was like,
You had the idea. That's the big idea,
Yeah,
bro.
I was
And you
like-
start selling.
what am I doing? You know? So I started selling it. And from beginning of February to March, and until school got shut down by COVID, I made like 800 in revenue just selling
In
candy.
like 3 months, 2 months.
Not even. February to March, it's like what? Month and a half?
Oh wait, that's a month. Yeah, that's a month. Yeah, month and a half. Damn.
That's crazy, right?
It's actually still pretty good. Like you were in high school, right?
I was in high school, yeah. And I had people selling for me too, you know?
Damn, you
Yeah.
had workers. The
Yeah,
fuck?
of course. So, you know, I had to scale it and all that. But again, COVID shut me down. It is what it is. But anyways, that's where that's why I wanted to do
Mindset.
drop shipping.
Yeah.
Because I was like, I like to sell.
I like to sell.
So I started looking at a lot of videos, AC Hampton, you know, those types of things. Jordan Welch was one of them. Sebastian Georgiou,
Yeah, those
the
the pioneers of
Yeah.
e-com, you know.
pioneers. And I was really set in on it. And I had chosen organic. So I started a little bit and all that. And it was around March where I saw that someone was going to be here in Dallas. And I was like, wait a minute, who is it? And it's AC Hampton. I was like, oh, he lives here. Okay, so he's going to have a little conference and it costs $30 to go. I was like, what is the worst that can happen?
Yeah.
No, not I didn't even look at the worst. I was just like, what's the best that can happen?
Exactly.
I was like, okay, the best that can happen is that I either meet a friend that I make there and we could work together, or I meet someone who can help me out, mentor me, who's already doing good. And the worst is I just lose $30. There's nothing.
It's just $30.
Yeah, nothing compared to the upside. So I went, and it was all cool and all that. You feel good because you're surrounded by a lot of people who want to get out, get rich, basically. And at some point when it was about to start, you come in there and with your friends.
Like with Renell, Qua,
Yeah.
they're all there. Friends.
Yeah, and I was like, oh shoot, more people. And then during the conference, I noticed that your phone starts beeping a lot, like like the ring,
Cha-chings?
the cha-chings, yeah.
Yeah.
It started going off like crazy, and then someone even pointed it out. He's like, hey, someone over here is going crazy, and I was like, oh shit. And you look familiar, by the way, when you came in. So when it ends, we're all networking and all that, and I go up to you and I'm like, I need to talk to this guy. This guy clearly knows ball, right?
Yeah.
So I talk to you. I'm like, hey, like, what's up? And you look at me and you're like, wait a minute, Jesus? And I was like, yeah. Like, do we know? Like, you look familiar, but I didn't know from where. And then he was like, it's me, Brandon. I dated your sister. And I was like, oh my gosh. I was like, what a small world. I was like, okay, cool. I mean, I don't care, like it doesn't have to do with me, whatever happened there. But that's crazy how we met each other years ago and then we see each other again. And so that's when I was like, you know what? We have a little bit of connection. Let me try to get him to help me out. Hey, Brandon, please help me out. Like, I'll pay you.
And
you remember that, right?
Yeah, I remember that. And dude, I just remember like the time, like we were playing soccer, like back in Barnett, like in middle school.
Yeah.
After school, like, of course you're like a few grades ahead of me, I think. Two grades, yeah. But then after school, like we would be playing soccer in the patio, and I was like, damn, bro, we have some kind of synergy here. Like you know how to play soccer. Yeah. In speaking of soccer, bro, we need to catch up with soccer.
We do. I have not played in a while because I've been having a back injury, but I'm pretty good to play now. I'm pretty good.
When I was in Cali, bro, I was playing some Cali with like pickup soccer.
Yeah.
Dude, I feel great, bro. I need to get back in soccer.
I bet it does, bro.
Back to what we're saying though, like, yeah, at that time, I was selling this product called Pocket Pharmacy. Do you remember that product?
Yes, I remember it.
It's like this little like pill organizer. Like, bro, I'm pretty sure like a lot of old people, a lot of middle-aged people use it like for organizing your pills and medicine. But what I did different was like I forgot, like I kind of marketed towards where you can basically organize individual pills in each one. Not like Monday through like Saturday, how people usually do it. I just put like the main brand on the packaging, like on the actual each label.
Yeah.
And I'll just mark it as like, I wish I knew about this sooner, like it was just simple video, like
Tylenol and Advil.
Yeah, exactly. A 6-second video.
Yeah.
That did like 15 million views, bro. I was doing like 3K revenue a day. And since it's organic, bro, the margins were crazy. Like I was like 70% margins because like you're not paying for any ads, right?
Yeah.
So I went crazy viral, and then that's why you kept seeing the cha-chings. I was making pretty good money, but then right after the AC Hampton event, I checked my phone like, why am I not getting any sales? And I checked my TikTok, like it got fucking banned.
Oh shit!
I don't know why,
Damn.
but it was saying like I got banned because like I'm promoting drugs or violence because it's not alcohol, it's medicine, right?
Yeah.
But it's like safe medicine. It's over the counter medicine. So I don't know how they fucking banned me.
They're weird, bro. TikTok
Yeah.
is weird with its guidelines, and oh my god, I've had so many issues with them. Any creator knows about these, especially if you do TikTok Shop affiliate.
Exactly.
Oh my gosh.
Cause like I did 20K in 2 weeks. And I was like, that's just ruined the momentum. And that's kind of when I stopped ecom a little bit back in 2023. After that product, I just got kind of demotivated because like my account got banned,
It is demotivating, I don't blame you. I don't blame you at all.
Yeah. So I guess when you got into ecom, like how many products did you test? Like what product did you test in the beginning?
So you showed me the ropes and all that, how to make the website, all that. So we started off, you told me to do the method, right? That you product research on TikTok, just liking every single thing related to products. Yeah. And the first one I chose was one that was going really crazy, actually. Yeah. It was the pot. The
hot pot.
The hot pot, the college pot.
People were going crazy with that shit organically. I had friends that were doing like 100 million views. And there's this other brand they were making that. I remember Gordon Ramsay, he
Yeah.
He did a
remember.
duet video or
Yeah,
something like that.
yeah.
I forgot the brand name, but it was like some, I don't know, bro. Like they were killing it. They're
He
the
even
main
stopped
brand.
doing it for like himself, right? He did it just for the content, right? For the views.
Yeah, I
Like they
don't know
paid
why.
him for the views. So that is because it went viral, bro. Like it went
He could
crazy.
have built a brand with that. I don't know why he stopped, but it's whatever.
I guess his content just paid more than just selling it.
Yeah.
But it was amazing. It was
The
amazing.
hot
seeing
pot,
it.
like how did the hot pot do for you?
Well, you know, it was my first product ever, so it didn't do anything. And but I started learning how to get comfortable with TikTok. It's, you know, all making videos, editing, and so the second one had to be the slushy cup.
Slushy cup.
The one that was, it's always so saturated that
Yeah, it is
they tell you
first.
not to do it. But because I was new, you were like, you got to get used to it. You got to learn how to go viral and all that.
Oh yeah,
So I did.
what did I tell you? Like, why did I tell you to run saturated products?
Because
What's the point of that?
what you wanted was for me to understand how to go viral. And that was more important at first, so that once you choose a good product, you could take advantage of it and actually go viral. So that's why I was like, okay, you know what? I'll try it.
If there's a proven concept and there's already viral videos out there, you can replicate it and get practice, you know?
Yeah, for sure. And I tried it. Obviously, nothing happened for me. I was still really new, actually. Before this, keep in mind, I didn't know how to record on TikTok, how to edit. I had no idea, so I was really new.
Okay.
And then, so the third product I chose was a printer, inkless printer.
Oh, bro, that one.
It went, and that one actually, that's where I got my first 100,000 views on Instagram. And
How's that feeling? How's that first feeling of going viral, kind of?
it was really good, bro. I was like, this is possible, right? Like to go viral, this is possible. Like it's not too hard, you know? Like anybody can actually do it. Because at first you're like, how do people do it? You know?
Yeah.
You can't fathom it in your head. And so seeing that, I was like, okay, it's possible. So I'm gonna keep going. And it was more motivating, which I needed. And but it didn't make any sales at all.
It's okay, bro.
And I had to you could link the product on your bio, you know, before even having 1,000 followers. Like on TikTok,
Wait, back then you could? I forgot about that.
yeah, you could always do that on Instagram.
On Instagram you could, but on TikTok you needed like 1,000 followers.
Yeah, but it went viral, semi-viral on Instagram. So I was like, I was expecting sales, but nothing.
That's, to be honest, that's the reason why I didn't like organic, because like you're pushing your video out, you go viral, it could be like an Indian audience or a third world country audience and they don't convert.
At all.
With paid advertising, you can target towards a specific country like US. you know?
Exactly. That's what's good about it. If you have money.
Yeah,
If you have money. But
that's why I urge people to get into organic first if you don't have the capital, because that way you can understand like, okay, what is a good creative, right?
Yeah.
How to make the ads, how to make a good video, UGC video, and that way once you understand the structure of videos and like the body, the hook, the body, the CTA, and how to make the videos and do the scripting, that will help you out with your actual paid advertising, you know?
exactly. That's why I'm grateful I did organic first,
Yeah.
actually. And so the fourth one was the one that finally hit. And I actually have it with me right now.
Oh, fuck, let me see it. Wait, let me see.
It's this.
It's my first time seeing this shit, bro. And I guess, tell me more about the product, bro. What the fuck? Like, look at this. What is this product, bro? What the hell?
So basically, it's a device before anybody started selling it on TikTok Shop, right? This is like before TikTok Shop.
Yeah.
This thing, you connect it to your car, truck, whatever, as long as it has Apple CarPlay and Android Autoplay, you can actually watch YouTube and even TikTok on this thing.
Actually?
TikTok, yeah, and Netflix on the screen on your
CarPlay?
display, yeah. And it was amazing. I used it a lot personally.
Because I know the current CarPlay that integrates straight from your phone to the I guess the car radio.
Yeah.
You can't even watch anything, right?
No, you can't. No,
You can't?
No, you can't.
Yeah, but this one you can.
Yeah, you can.
So that's how you were marketing it, right?
I was marketing it, but so at that point I was like, there is an advantage to this because I know my people, right? I'm Mexican.
Yeah, exactly.
So I know people love to really do what they think is cool, right? For me, watching music videos while when you have your boys with you in your truck,
Bro.
that's badass.
So that's a good point, bro. Like you can sell any kind of product, like any generic product too, but like if you can target a specific desire that people have that like not much people are marketing it towards.
Yeah.
Like, for example, you can just market it towards like, okay, you can have CarPlay in your car. That's so generic, right?
Very.
But if you market it towards like a specific, like, I guess, demographic or avatar, and like for example, people want to watch Netflix while they're driving.
Yeah.
Well, that's kind of dangerous. Like,
Yeah.
or maybe when they're parking or eating in the car, right?
Yeah.
That's how you can market it, And especially like you said, you wanted to market towards like a Spanish audience, right?
Yes. Before the Spanish audience, I actually tried regularly marketing it,
Oh yeah.
but it wasn't working. A lot of people weren't really digging it, and some people were even saying, "Hey, this is dangerous."
Yeah, it is. Right.
But and I tried to, tell them, hey, you can use it just while it's probably even better than looking at your phone because you're looking at the screen right there and you're not looking down, right?
Yeah, exactly. It's so much better.
Yeah.
Because you're looking at the maps anyways, right? So like why
Yeah.
not glance here and there for like watching you want to watch it.
Exactly. I don't condone it, by the way.
Yeah, fuck nah.
But so after that, I was like, okay, let me just try doing it with the Hispanic niche. Why not? I know them. I am one of them. I would like to do this too. So I started doing it, and around that time, this big artist was starting to pop off. Like he was getting big. His name is Peso Pluma, and so his songs were going mega viral. They were going like global, like #1 on global. He had like top two was him, and so one of his audios was going really, really viral. Yeah. And so I put it, and I just made a little edit. I was like, you need to have this in your truck. And it was the music video was of one of the songs. And so it caught a lot of people's attention. And it was only like a 7-second video. Yeah, 7-second video. And that went mega viral. Like it got 1.5 million views. And then I got more videos that did more million views and all that. And I just started hearing the cha-ching, cha-ching. And it was actually during that day, I was feeling very demotivated because I was posting the video, I was editing, and I was like, I don't even know if I should keep posting. And I just edited it, right? I was doing something completely different, and I was just editing it, and I posted. I was like, whatever. And next thing you know, I just start hearing cha-ching, cha-ching, 2 hours later.
I love that feeling, bro. That first feeling when you start going viral, getting cha-chings every single minute, every single 10 minutes. The thing is, like, this happens a lot with people, right? When you're at the moment where you're about to get, I guess, you're getting demotivated and you're about to quit, you're a lot closer than you think. Same thing with me. Like, I was on my 5th product and I was like 2 weeks away from seeing success. But I didn't know that because I can't see the future. Yeah. Same thing with you, right? Yeah. You were about to quit. You were feeling demotivated. And guess what? You just kept pushing through and you saw success. And so that first sale you got, was that like how many did you make on that product? Like the first week, 2 weeks, like how much did you make in that month or whatever?
So I'd like to categorize it as late July to basically August.
Yeah.
In a month, let's say in a month I made like 33,000 in revenue.
33,000.
Yeah, but I messed up with pricing the product. I messed up hard.
How the fuck did you mess up? What'd you do?
I made it a little cheaper than I should have, just because I had the notion that like, maybe they're not gonna buy it if it's too expensive. But that's a lie. That's a lie. People will buy things no matter how expensive they are if they identify themselves with it and if they want it bad enough.
Exactly. But okay, why do you think the price you were at was kind of bad, and why do you think selling at a higher price is better? Why do you think so?
I was selling it at $89.99 and people were buying it up crazy. So I was too scared.
What was the conversion rate?
It was for organic, I think it was like 4. Wasn't like 4 kind of better?
No, 2. Yeah, around 2 to 4%.
Yeah, it was 3 to 4%. 2 to 4, 2 to 4. Yeah. And it was really good. And so I was afraid to change it to like 100 and something because I was like, what if the sales stop? So after a while, I did change it and it actually stayed the same for a bit. So
oh my God.
I realized then and I was like, I'm a dumbass.
Okay.
But that was the product that showed me it was possible.
And so I guess you made $33,000 in total, right? Like, I guess what stopped you from continuing? Like, why did the product stop? Kind of die? Why'd you stop going viral? Stop making money from it?
The product did kind of die, but I know I could have kept it up for longer. But I was new, so I was just like, should I stop now? Because the sales were slowing down, and also at that time, the Creators Corner came up. Like Jimmy Farley, the guy who made it. He started he was talking about this a lot. Yeah, I would go to all the calls and all that, and he was talking about how, hey, you can make money without having to sell it yourself. You can just sell for people, for people's brands, and you can just make commission. You don't have to worry about the back end and all that. And you could just learn. Also, you just learn the skill of going viral, master it, and then you could just do your own thing after. And that's what caught my attention. I was like, I do want to continue dropshipping. I love it.
Of course.
I love it. You know, it was really cool. But I do want to master the skill of going viral, because I wasn't too confident in myself. Even though I had already blown something up, I was like, yeah, I want to learn. I want to master this.
Of course.
And so I was like, okay, I'm gonna do this, and after some time, I'm gonna come back to e-commerce, and that's what I've been doing ever since.
Okay. And so I guess when you got into from e-commerce, what were in terms of organics, right?
Yeah.
Like when did you join me, like start working with me, and then the time frame to seeing success? Like what was the time frame on with that?
So I started working with you in late April,
Yeah.
and the product that blew up was around June 26th.
June 26th.
Yeah, like
So
that.
around like 2 months you found success.
Yeah.
But of course it prolonged a little bit because like you had a lot of work. Like you were working a job, right? Or were you?
Yeah, I was working full time, but I just kept grinding, man. Like I actually put a lot of time into it.
Yeah.
Whatever sacrifices I had to do, I did them. I stopped talking to my friends as much as I used to.
Oh.
And you know that, like, they were asking like, hey, what's going on, you know? But I was like, I just have to do this, man.
So why did you, I guess, slowly not talk to your friends anymore?
It wasn't because I hated them or because
Yeah,
I
yeah.
wanted to stop talking to them, but it was mostly because at some point you got to focus on it. If not, you're just going to keep prolonging the success, right? You got to put all your time so that you can get success sooner.
Exactly.
And some people, like, they take that as like you're being fake now. You're like being weird. I don't know. And I was like, no, I just, I have to do this, and it requires time.
As far as time and focus, because if you're distracted and you have a lot of dopamine going around, dude, you can't find the success that you want, you know?
Yeah, and they went out every weekend, so
Yeah. I can't do that, bro.
So yeah, I just focused. I grinded, even though they started like call me fake and all that a little bit.
That's fake of them to say that.
Well,
But did you tell them like you were going through this like journey path and like you need to focus? Did you tell them that or?
yeah, I did, and after a bit, they started understanding, right?
that's good.
Because I think even in their own heads, they were like, I mean, he's just doing what he thinks is right. So they started getting it, and I was just, at one point I started talking to them more again once I was like in a better place.
Mm-hmm.
But for the first few, for a while, I was pretty alone, and it gets lonely, bro.
Bro, it gets lonely at the top, bro. Whenever like remember like you're in elementary, high school, like you have a huge group of friends and
Yeah.
you're always hanging out every single day.
Yeah.
But then like once you get into college, once you get into like a different field of like path, everyone starts moving out. Everyone gets into like their own journey and career. And so like it starts getting lonely at the top, especially like once you see success. Like I said, like people say this all the time, like you're the product of your environment, the average 5 people that you're friends with,
Yeah.
So that's exactly why you gotta kind of like move yourself away from average kind of people and just work on connecting with people where you want to be,
Exactly. I definitely agree with that. And it doesn't mean you have to let go of your friends, right? Your
Exactly.
day ones. Don't switch up on your day ones, but
Nah, bro, I'm switching on day one.
fuck it a little bit. But, definitely look for friends, be in a friend group that they want to succeed and all that. And then you can still have them sometimes, your other friends. You can still talk to them. And you can even try to help them get up if they want to. Because if they don't want to, do not try that. You will be wasting your time.
Yeah, I had a friend group of like 6, 7 people. 6, 7.
6, 7. The
But
youngins,
then, like,
man.
but the thing is like, as long as they understand like where you're going and they understand the path that you're going to and what you're doing, and you communicate with them, like they're cool, bro. They're cool with it.
Exactly. They're cool. People
Have you
are
tried putting
understanding.
any of your friends on?
I have, and it did not work out. Obviously,
Oh, it never works out, right?
Yeah.
Like no hate to them, but like whenever you try to put your own friends on, because you want to see, like, you want them to see success too.
Yeah,
like,
yeah, of
you want
course.
to put your buddies on, your family on, but you can't force them to do something that is not meant for them.
Exactly.
It never works out.
I tried everything, bro. I tried pushing him. I sent them, motivational TikToks. I did everything, bro.
I do that too, bro. I was doing that too, bro.
And they just would not budge. They would tell me, yeah, I'm gonna do this later. And then when I would ask them the next day, they'd be like, oh, I forgot.
It's okay. It's all right, bro. Like if someone truly had the passion for something, they'll get out of their way to get that done.
Exactly.
But it's okay. And that's why like nowadays, majority of friends when you're in the business space, like majority of friends are like from online or somewhere you've never met.
Yeah.
So it's pretty funny. It's pretty crazy. But
I got lucky though that that
Yeah.
you're here in the same area as me, so I'm really grateful for that.
and when I first started e-commerce, I was like, dude, am I the only one in this city or even in this state that does e-commerce?
Yeah.
Like it's very rare. But then later on, when you get deep into the space, like you start meeting people, you start connecting with people, and you start figuring out, okay, wait, there's more people that actually do this than I thought, right?
Exactly.
So
They're all there. You just
it's
gotta look.
but at the end of the day, it is a small bubble, right? Same thing with Twitter, like the money Twitter.
Yeah.
It's a small bubble, but you think that there's a lot of people that know about it.
Yeah, it is. It is very weird. It's a small bubble, but in there's a bunch of like, it's a new world basically.
And that's exactly why people think it's saturated because all they see is e-commerce or people doing e-com on their feed. But if you think about it, e-com, even if e-com is saturated, you just gotta be better than the other person. Be better than be the best marketer, right? Like this guy named Mark Builds Brands. I don't know if you know him.
I don't.
He says just run more ads, make more ads. That's all you need to do. That's how you beat the competitor. That's how you, I guess, overlap them, you know?
Oh, okay.
But yeah,
Yeah.
I guess I want to go over the program when you were in the program with me. Like, what were some of the main key takeaways that you took from that program?
I took away a lot of things. First, build the skill to market, right?
Exactly.
Marketing is important. It's the most important
that is
thing
really important.
about e-commerce. If you don't know how to market, you shouldn't even run a business.
Yeah, exactly. Marketing is probably the main thing of business. Main thing.
Exactly. And so that was the number one. And number two, learning how to do back end stuff, talking to private suppliers,
Communication is important.
communication, definitely. Paying them, through Wise or whatever.
Yeah.
Learning how to do that and how to build a website so that you don't have to pay someone else to build it for you.
Exactly.
That is also, it saves you a lot of money.
Mhm.
So those are the three things that generally I feel like are the ones that I took away the most.
Yeah.
And also just, treat people right.
Oh, treat people right is important. I'll tell you why. Coming from like a CEO, founder kind of perspective, like I've been in business for like 3 years, guys. And at first, you kind of like have like if you're not good at communication and you used to stutter a lot. Like I'm kind of stuttering a little bit right now, but it's a lot better than I did before.
Yeah.
You got to have good communication. You got to treat people right because if you treat your team right, your people right, they'll treat you right, right?
Exactly.
They'll stay with you. They'll work hard. They'll make a difference in your company, you know?
Exactly. People just want to save as much money as they can, but in doing so, you're not getting the right people.
Quality, exactly.
The people that'll get you the results that you want. So always treat people right. Definitely, yeah, like you said, work on your speech, right? Like speech is really important. Sometimes, you'll stutter, you'll say a word wrong, but, just try to minimalize that. Even
you just fucking it happens, bro.
it happens, right? You just saw that. But that's why you need to talk slower, learn from Andrew Tate. He might have a bunch of issues as a person, but
Yeah, bro.
but one thing that I did take from him was like talk slower, and if you're about to stutter, stop, think about what you're gonna say, and then go. Like how I
Exactly.
did just now.
Another thing that I also learned from my friend Qual, he's really good at speech and communication. I used to be horrible at this, but like I used to talk really fast, right? I used to talk really fast and stutter on my words and not think of what to say before actually saying it. If you want to practice getting better at your speech, open a book, right? Open a book
Yeah.
and over exaggerate your words. Start over exaggerating each word that you say and slowly say it, right? Like for example, I'm gonna read your shirt, right?
Okay.
Psycho bunny. Like over exaggerate. You might look a little bit weird, but dude, the more you practice, like your pronunciation, your speech, it'll be a lot more clear, right? So
Exactly.
that's a tip for you guys that I would recommend if you want to get better at your speech and communication and just like overall practice with speaking with people, right?
And storytelling.
Storytelling is important too, because if you can kind of persuade people, storytell, you can honestly persuade anyone to buy something from
Exactly.
you. That's all in sales too. Like, if you want to get good at sales, have understand human psychology, persuading people, and just understanding like, okay, what objections might they have, and how to like reframe them, and how to go about that. You know?
Exactly. And when it comes to marketing, there's a book that I definitely recommend. It's called Cashvertising. It's really good.
Oh, why? Why do you
It
think
teaches about the Life Force 8 and all these human like instincts, what we gravitate towards. And it basically shows you how to not manipulate people, but like
You got
A little
in some way. You got to manipulate people.
a little bit. So, it teaches you how to handle objections, how to actually market to people, how to get through their skin and actually get into their deepest desires, which you have to do. You have to do. A lot of people call it manipulation, but
good.
you could use it for good. If your product is good, it doesn't matter what you do as long as you get the sale and the person actually appreciates it.
And there's another book that I was like reading. I used to read. It was called like How to Win Friends and Influence People. Have you read
Oh, that was one
Have
of
you
the
read
first
that
one I
before?
read. Yeah.
Yeah, I read that book too, and like, to be honest, bro, I kind of forgot what it was about, but you can kind of tell from the title, like, basically, just understanding the psychology of people. Okay, if you want to win someone out, if you want to win someone, you basically gotta be nice to them. Be nice to them, treat them well, and they'll return the favor to you. And how to influence people is like, okay, how do you influence them to do a certain thing? Well, let's do a kind of mock-up, right? Okay.
Yeah.
If I wanted you to do like, if I wanted you to basically buy solar, right?
Solar.
What I would need to do is like, okay, well, have you heard of like all the raising in prices in electricity
Oh,
nowadays?
yeah, I have.
Then, well, we have a solution. Well, of course, you're not gonna say a solution.
Yeah.
like, well, we have a cheaper option for you. Well, where you can,
Sorry.
where we have a cheaper option for you, where you don't have to pay that much. You pay cents every single month just for solar, and you get basically
More out of it.
more out of it. Yeah, exactly. Right.
Shit, take my money.
Yeah, exactly. And that's why I have friends who do solar, who sell solar.
Oh.
And they get commissions up to like 20, 30K. And so solar is good money. But
Damn.
I guess let's get straight into like the motivation type of stuff. Like if you were to give advice to your younger self or the person that you used to be before you started any business, like what would that advice you would give them?
Shit. I have grown a lot, I feel like, over the years.
Yeah.
Dude, I feel like I have. The main thing that I would tell him would be keep going. Don't give up, because it doesn't matter how many bad situations you run into. As long as you keep going, you're going to end up on top, because a lot of people quit after a while just because of so many L's that they've taken. And they just can't take it anymore.
Yeah.
But it's never the best survive. It's always the ones who keep going and don't give up no matter what. Be stubborn. Stubbornness is what gets you into those places that you want to be at. They get you to the top %.
Exactly. Well,
That's what I would tell myself.
That's good, bro. I guess, and then for someone who's like first trying to get into e-commerce, just business in general, like what kind of mindset do you think they should come in with, or should they even have any mindset, or should they build the mindset along the way?
Definitely a mixture of both. I think come in knowing that this is not going to be easy, right? This is not going to be some quick get rich quick scheme. No, everybody thinks it is. No, a lot of people really do not have an idea of what it takes. It's like, right, you got to learn a bunch of things first, a lot of skills. And so you're coming in as a business owner, so get ready to learn all that. And soon, just keep focusing on the inputs, and the outputs will show themselves.
And then also growing as a business owner, like you gotta be ready to like get emotional. Like you gotta get ready to like get hammered, bro. Because like if you can't control your emotions and what's it called, solve problems quick,
Yeah.
dude, you're not gonna be a successful CEO or founder or business owner.
Exactly.
You gotta solve problems quick. Because let's say, for example, something happens, like an ad account gets shut down, or you get DMCA'd, right? Or someone's taking and ripping your ads. Okay, well, you got to act quick, because if you don't act quick, they're going to steal all your revenue. They're going to steal all your customers. So learning how to solve your own problems by yourself lets you understand more about, or lets you get better at problem solving fast and thinking, your thinking problem skills. And so that's how you become a successful business owner, understanding that. And also the first point where I was saying to just work fast, and if you mess up, fuck it, bro, you learn from your mistakes.
Definitely. Business loves speed, right?
Yeah.
Always be quick with whatever idea you have. Always trust your intuition also.
100%.
That's one thing I learned.
Yeah.
Because sometimes you're like, a lot of the times you're gut knows, right? We have a gut feeling, and our gut feeling actually knows a lot of these things. So that's happened a bunch of times where I post this video because of this idea that I had just came out of nowhere. My gut feeling told me to do it, and I went viral. So you know, it works. You know, just gotta learn to trust your intuition sometimes.
Yeah.
A lot of the times, and you'll be good.
Also, going back to your product, like we didn't talk about it much. So, what was the name of the product or page that people can look up? Or is it still
The
there?
none of it exists anymore.
Oh fuck, it's
But
okay.
it was called the
Stream Pro.
Stream Pro. Yeah, Car Stream Pro. Yeah.
Okay.
And had a website and everything, Red and all of that.
In fact, I want to show you one of my organic products that I used to sell back then, like 2024, and I want to bring it up on here. Let me see here.
Please do.
Okay, well, it's this. Here, let me get in the frame real quick. It's this duffel garment bag where you can basically unfold it, right? Unfold it to where it's flat. Velcro this, unzip this, where you can put your clothes flat so it doesn't wrinkle. Well, also because you can put in a lot of stuff, like you can put it in side pockets here and your jewelry, whatever it is, right? And eventually you can zip all these up into like a duffel bag where you can hold it like a carry-on instead of having to like get a luggage and pay for check-in, right?
Yeah.
But and that, wait, sorry.
I remember seeing it.
And
too.
as you can see, like I have my logo branded on this as well, the Traveler logo, as you can see.
That was a nice
And-
touch.
Yeah, it is a nice touch, and bro, the quality, like feel the quality, bro.
Yeah, I mean, people have a misconception that things made in China are like cheap because like they suck.
Exactly.
But it's not true.
It's not true, bro. Like, as long as you guys are talking to your manufacturer and getting the right quality, and you're working with the right manufacturers, bro, you can get the top-notch quality when you're working with China, right?
It's no different from a big brand like Louis Vuitton using.
They use China too.
Yeah, they get
Every
their
brand
clothes from
uses
there.
China, so like, no, like there shouldn't be any hate. Like I don't know why people hating in China, but speaking of my Traveler brand, I started this in 2024 January, right? It was like I was one of the first people to run this product. I had a friend. Do you remember Caleb?
Caleb, it sounds familiar.
Caleb Hendricks. Shout out to my boy Hendricks, Caleb Hendricks. He was actually one of my first partners when it came to ecom, and we ran like almost all of our organic stores together. Our
really?
successful ones, actually. He was super good at organics. Speaking of, he was running this product. He made 80K his first month.
80K.
Yeah, it was in December to
my
January. I was like,
gosh.
he was telling me like, bro, I was the second ever person to run this. You need to run this too. So I met this person named MC Kelso, and I was like, hey, because it's a girl, right? I want someone to like film the content and be in the video, because I feel like having a girl in the video would convert a lot better.
Yeah.
So I partnered with her. We started making some videos, and we came up with this brand called Travel Her, because it's like a play on word, right? It's for women, trying to target towards women. So we do like Travel Her, like traveler,
Yeah.
like a play on word.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I
does it
see
make
that.
sense?
Yeah, yeah.
So we came with the branding and everything like that, and we started posting content. Like the first week or two, we were kind of getting discouraged because like there's no good views, right?
Yeah.
But then the third week, bro, on TikTok, we started going viral, like 40 million views.
Damn.
And so that 40 million views, that basically got us to like over $200,000 in revenue in February.
Gosh.
Right, in February. And then of course we brought in a lot more affiliates, bring more affiliates on to scale the business organically. And we basically had a subcategory called like Travel Him, right? For the men's.
I've seen
So
it too.
we found like a different bag, similar version, but for men. And we had an affiliate for men, and they were doing like 30 million views, 20 million views. And so that jumped our our revenue to like 250K in what's it called, March, right?
Oh, shit.
And so we were scaling with our affiliates and organic. At the same time, we were doing kind of TikTok paid advertising, and that was converting for us. The biggest issue, and that's what I regret, is like the fulfillment side, right? A lot of people would think that the fulfillment, okay, all you need to do is market and get the sales, and the fulfillment will come later. But bro, dude, we were selling during Chinese New Year, right? Because the whole month of February, dude, you gotta be prepared before February, because there's Chinese New Year. They're fucking down for like a few weeks. So you gotta buy inventory, you gotta have inventory like ready.
Yeah.
Right? If you don't, bro, you're fucking cooked. Especially, we went viral at a wrong time because we didn't have our fulfillment system solidified, which is like one thing that you guys need to have solidified before you even like scaling a product, especially during holiday seasons, right? And so it took us like 2 to 3 months. We were behind on all of our orders. None of the suppliers have it. None of the manufacturers had it. So we were just like, fuck, bro. We were getting chargebacks. We were losing thousands of dollars per day, and everything just started going downhill. Our payouts got on hold for 4 weeks. No,
Oh,
sorry,
damn.
4 months actually, and we didn't get a payout until August. And so all of our money was literally stuck in payouts, like 30K, and the business just went downhill. Like we lost our SP, and we had to get like a third-party processor. But
Damn.
at the end of the day, we did around like 700K in revenue.
That's really good.
Yeah, 700K in revenue in 3 months. So that's really good. But I just wish I did the business. I ran the business a lot more safe, right? Safe
Yeah.
and actually take action on work faster. Like I said, bro, you gotta work fast. When we were running through complications, I didn't work fast, bro. I was getting, comfortable.
out.
Yeah, I was
Oh.
getting stressed, but also comfortable. But yeah,
Yeah, you
that's-
start to see all that revenue in your
yeah,
like,
you start seeing a lot of revenue. You start going out more. You start spending money on stuff, cars, dinner,
Yeah.
traveling. And that's exactly what I did. And that's one thing like I kind of regret. But at the same time, if you didn't go through it, you wouldn't have learned it, right?
Yeah,
So you
exactly.
gotta go through shit to learn something. But yeah, that's my product, guys. You wanna check it out. It's called Travel Her Official on TikTok. No, on Instagram actually. And also, guys, like you gotta make sure that you're honing in on your systems, especially fulfillment. The reason why I say this is because like if for some reason you don't have the best supplier, you're not shipping fast and the quality is not great, quality check is not good, bro, you're gonna get a lot of chargebacks and you're gonna have to deal with that. And bro, you're gonna lose a lot of fucking money. And that's why I stress this enough. Like, bro, you need to be on top of your orders, your customer support. If
Yeah.
you're not, you're gonna get a lot of chargebacks and your customers, and at the end of the day, you're gonna lose all your money. So
that was the one thing
oh,
I
I was
hated.
talking about what was the thing that I was talking about was when, especially young entrepreneurs like us, when you see a lot of success so quickly at a young age, you're like, oh, I can make this money back.
Yeah.
It's so easy. If I was able to make this money so easily, I can make it back so easily. So then they just start spending it. They start having like this lavish lifestyle, like this fake lifestyle.
The guru one.
The guru type of lifestyle where they start spending money on cars, nice dinners, private jets, traveling, right?
Yeah.
And they just splurge their money. And I'm pretty sure all of us have gone through that. I've gone through that. I don't know about you.
I've splurged a little bit of money.
I splurged a lot of money, like probably hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Damn.
I spent it stupidly. Bought like a watch and everything like that. I was like, bro, fuck. And then later down the line, I'm like, wait, I shouldn't have done that because now I have nothing left to spend on.
Yeah.
I don't have any more money. And so what I should have done is put your money to savings and then investments as well. Right.
Yeah.
What I do now is like percentage my payouts, like any profits payout that I get, put like 30% of that into savings, maybe 20% of that into investments, where your money actually grows, right? Then maybe a 0.15% of that into like expenses, right? Because you got to pay for personal expenses,
Exactly.
but
Bills.
bills and stuff like that. So you got to have good money managing, right? Like
Definitely.
if you don't have good money managing, how are you going to retain your money? That's how you become millionaires, how you become a multimillionaire, a billionaire.
Definitely recommend one of those money managing apps like Rocket and Rocket Money and all
Rocket, yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Not sponsored. I just really like it.
Use a lot?
Yeah.
But
That's what I look and see how much I've spent in a month. And I'm like, damn, where did all
good.
that money come from?
that's
you know?
good. Oh, I also remember like you were talking about Creators Corner,
Yeah.
and I guess you got into Creators Corner.
Yeah.
Well, how successful did you see with like Creators Corner? Like when you got into like what'd you do, and how much you make?
So I got
What'd you
in
learn from
there.
it?
I got in there. I learned, they give you the little course and all that. They teach you the basics, and you just have to practice and all that. And they get you the clients right away, right? Like so that you can start getting paid for learning, basically. And it was, it was tough at first because the content for brands is way different than drop shipping.
Yeah.
It was, and it still is. It's more organic. You're more like you're making a regular TikTok video. So it was a different type of
UGC.
thing. Yeah. So I was like, okay, this is not what I was doing with drop shipping.
You
So
gotta show your face and stuff, right?
yeah. So and not at first. So I started learning all that, and then TikTok Shop Affiliate came, and then that's when you really had to start showing your face, talking to people, making sure that you can get their trust,
Yeah.
basically making real content that anybody else could make. And you had to learn how to storytell. That's why I'm saying storytelling is important, because if you can tell a story, people will listen to the video. It doesn't matter if it's not the best, as long as you can tell a good story. And then, you had to learn, I said storytelling. You had to learn also like editing. For example, we did these styles where we did like a conspiracy laptop where
Shit.
you know, you're making up a little conspiracy. You start off the video with saying the first 5 seconds like, this fucking guy just said this thing on air and nobody has noticed, and you know you.
So like basically like yeah exactly.
And then you move on to the clip, and then you show it like authority figures. You learn how to use authority figures to propel you to go viral even more. People will now have a reason to listen to you because you showed them that, hey, this guy, you know, he's an authoritative figure that he has something to say. And so you showed that. It had to be something dramatic and all that. And then after that, you talk about how you just, you know, you give them a little bit more, right? You're going
yeah.
you know, all these things are happening, and, you know, it's really important that we actually learn how to do this and that. And the next thing you know, you just plug in the product. You know, for me, what I've been doing recently is I've just been using this, and it's been helping me a lot, you know. And then you don't talk about the features of the product. You talk about what it's done for you. You talk about how it makes you feel and all that. You know, I've been feeling very safe since using this product, and other people have too, and I can really vouch for it. And then you go with the sale.
Yeah,
you
bro,
know,
'cause-
50% off or whatever.
Yeah, exactly. That the CTA is always at the end.
Yeah.
So if you always talk about the benefits and this, like whatever it is, bro, like that's not gonna sell them, bro. Because the benefits is just like, okay, cool. Like what is gonna sell them is the actual like making them emotional, right? You gotta put emotion into the video. Okay, for example, memory frame.
Memory frame.
Memory frame. Guys, I ran another organic product called Memory Frame. You guys can search it up as well. It was like this like little digital frame. It looks like a normal picture frame, but digital. You can put whatever video and picture you want into there. And basically, I was marketing towards like pet people, or people who had pets and that were kind of like, I guess they're dying. The pets were dying.
Yeah.
It's like it's kind of fucked up,
but, you
but
know,
it's
people love it.
The people actually buy. Like I was converting pretty well, so I was like, you can look at one of the videos. Like I was what's it called? Let me pull it up.
Go ahead.
Let me pull it up. Actually, I want to pull it up so like you guys can see what I'm talking about. Let me see here. Basically, you spark emotion in the customer, right? In the first few seconds, you gotta like, okay, oh, it makes them emotional, it makes them sad. Like,
Yeah.
what is this video? What is it about?
Started off with
So-
someone saying their dog has died.
Yeah, exactly. And then you start going to the video and show them like, okay, what you can use this for. Like you can put your pets on there, your loved ones on the video, spark emotion inside the actual video. And so memory frame, I don't know if you guys can see. Oh, bro.
You're gonna have to put it a little.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys can see. Oh shit, that's maybe not. But
You could do a screen recording and then edit it in.
yeah, I probably can, but let me see. So your hubby knows how much your dog meant to you, so he does this. This is like a POV type
Yeah,
video.
yeah.
So what I did was I took videos from online, from TikTok, and
Yeah.
I just put them as like the hook, and people like are interested. No, not interested, but like people are like very curious what this video is about because it's a dog dying, right? And
Yeah.
people are crying. So like. So then I show the product.
Yeah.
So it's like a little. So it's like it shows like the memory of having the dog,
Yeah.
and so like that sparks emotion in people. And when you make people sad, spark emotion in people, you can make them buy a lot easier, you know.
Exactly.
But that's just how it is in marketing. That's how it is in any kind of business, in anything at all. It's all about emotion, sparking emotion, psychology, and persuading people.
There's a lot of things you can do when it comes to content creation to spark emotion, especially like the sounds in the background. I used a bunch of like scary
It
sounds.
sounds like spooky sounds,
Yeah.
conspiracy type of videos. Dude, apart from like sparking emotion and stuff like that, like, or not that, but like, what are some of the crazy stuff that you've seen people use as marketing? Like,
Oh my gosh, bro.
I've seen a lot of stuff. Like,
Recently, I have seen this couple on TikTok Shop. Oh my gosh, bro. The woman in the beginning of the videos is like arching her back and like he has a massager. I remember this video.
I seen that.
He has a massager.
You're
And he's
like-
like my cousin or my sister. Well, no, the cousin. He was like, my cousin. I'm gonna massage her back because she lost or I lost a bet, whatever. And then she's like all arched back, and then he goes. As soon as he goes, she goes like,
just moaning.
Bro.
That is like, that is crazy though.
That is
but
crazy.
it does. does it attract a certain audience, like gooners and shit like that?
Sometimes it does. Sometimes it actually converts okay. Sometimes it's most of the time is like just a bunch of people. You know how TikTok added the picture things that you can put pictures on the comments.
Oh, you can.
And it's
Oh,
just,
yeah.
And it's just a bunch of them just like
Like memes.
memes, and they're
The
funny.
thing with that is like if you do top of funnel content, like it's more like you attract like low quality people, you know. But it makes the video go viral. Sometimes if the video goes viral and it caused like some kind of controversy or it's a meme, it might not convert as well, but you get a lot of views.
Controversy isn't bad either by itself. You got to just tie it into the video.
Yeah.
And that's really the perfect scenario. Like, for example, controversy right now is Zoran Mandani right now. He's like, everybody's like, oh my God, socialism.
They hate him. You know.
Bro, you know, like we could use that to our advantage. Use it like, people are bitching about him. I just did that for a video. And yeah, I did. And or you could just say, you could go to either side and be like, this fucking commie, or like, the right is fucking, you know, this is what he really thinks about, you know, democracy and all that. So,
You'd be like, Mamdani is fucking lying, and this is what you should really listen about him, you know?
tailor it to your product, definitely. Choose your side when it comes to the product. Be like, what can I do for this side? Or both sides, you know, just fucking toy with both of them.
Exactly. I guess we are, past an hour in the podcast already. Let's kind of wrap this up. Like, you have any questions for me?
Questions? Not really. Not at the moment. But I will say that, you know, I started working with you again. Like I paid you to teach me the paid ads section because I don't do paid ads. I know how to market, but I don't know anything about paid ads. It's a different ball game. So I'm learning that, and you know, hopefully soon, you know, we're in another podcast where we talk about paid ads
and actually scaling the business.
Yeah, and actually scaling. So I'm excited for that. I know it'll come.
So you're on your second journey in e-commerce. How do you feel so far?
Very good. I wanted to get back into it, but I just there wasn't a right time. There never is a right time, but now, you know, it just happened. It happened out of nowhere. So we're gonna get it done.
I'm excited. It's Q4, bro. We gotta get to scaling. I'm actually running a brand myself, and we just hit like $420,000 in revenue since like August. Nice. It's not as much as I want it to be because I have friends that are doing $1 million a month, which is like, you don't compare yourself because the comparison is the thief of joy, right?
Yeah.
Comparison is the thief of joy. So you don't really compare yourself, but
and you want to be the guy who's making the least, right? If you're not in a room full of people making more than you, then you're not going to grow.
Exactly, because you learn from them. But also, it's good to know, it's good to have people that are doing better than you. But it's also good to kind of compare yourself too, because it gives you motivation. It gives you motivation to push further and push past that success they have, you know?
Yeah, and the one thing that I would like to say to end off is that always have a balance, right? At the beginning, yes, grind as much as you can. Sacrifice everything, but at some point, for the sake of your mental, right, you're gonna want to find some balance, and you're not gonna want to be just a loser who has no life just because he's grinding, right? You also want to make sure that you stop, pay attention to everything around you, and be present, because time is gonna go by so fast, and before you know it, you're gonna be like, what did I do? I just grinded, but am I really happy? You know, you got to make sure that you're paying attention to your mental side, because you got to be healthy, mentally, physically, so that you can keep doing business. So whatever you got to do it. You know, if you got to take a few days off, go ahead. You know, a lot of people, the gurus, the red pill gurus will be like, no fucking days off, you know, like, but no, it's very simple. Just have a balance in life and make sure that you're mostly like happy yourself, right? You know, while you're chasing your goals. Please do that.
Yeah, that's actually a really good point, because like, when you're in business, right, you're so focused on seeing success, making the money, and focusing on the mindset. But if you, I'm gonna redo that. I'm gonna repeat that. Yeah, and that's a really good point, bro. Because like when you get into business, you get like so level-headed, and you just ignore the surroundings, right?
Exactly.
When you ignore the surroundings, like you lose your relationship. You kind of like, I guess, dissolve your relationship with like your friends, your family, your girlfriend, whatever it is. And that's exactly what happened to me. Like I got like further apart from my family, my friends, my own relationship, and that just ruined everything, right? You got to work on yourself, your mental. Once you can work on yourself and improve on yourself first, everything else will come after, you know?
Yeah.
So it's important that you are mentally there. All the red pill stuff, like people like, it's not like, oh, just ignore your fucking family. Yeah. Just ignore everyone that it's average people.
Yeah.
No, bro, you gotta actually work on your health, go to the gym, maybe start journaling, bro. Journaling is good because if you write down your thoughts, you understand, okay, well, what do I need to do better? What can I do better? Right? And so writing down your thoughts, going to the gym, eating healthy, bro. You don't eat healthy, you're not gonna feel good.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And one thing that I also have a tip for you guys, like if you guys are getting very demotivated and discouraged to do things, like start doing the little things, start doing the little tasks, right? For example, folding your clothes, right?
Yeah.
Making your bed, the simple things, everything adds up. I call it micro achievements. When you add everything up together, it ends up being like a big achievement for
Yeah,
you
yeah.
because the whole day is a big achievement. It'll help you set up for the rest of the day and actually get work done and motivate yourself to discipline yourself to get shit done, right?
Yeah,
Work on stuff.
exactly. And then
So-
burnout is real.
Burn is real.
People will tell you it's not, like it's not real. I'm like, shut the fuck up, it is. I feel it. But just make sure that you go day by day and set a system that you're comfortable with. Doesn't have to be like at this time I'm gonna do this. No, like just get everything done that you need to and then relax.
Yeah, and if you need to like take breaks, bro, take breaks.
Yeah.
You don't need to be like those type of people who like, oh, I don't need to sleep, bro. I can't be sleeping. I need to work. No, you just
8 hours. You need that 8 hours.
yeah, exactly, bro. 8 hours sleep is important. But yeah, man. Well, was there anything else you wanted to close off with? Anything at all? Quotes?
Quotes, anything? Not really. I mean, I've said a lot of things already. I just feel like for the people who are like new to this space, like welcome. You know, I definitely encourage you to keep going, and you know, I'll be back, so I'll have more to say then.
Bro, I wanted to say a quote that a good friend of mine told me. Like, your haters are out there holding their breath, waiting for you to quit and fail, right? You want to make them suffocate.
That's a good one.
Yeah, exactly. You want to make them suffocate because your haters should be the fuel to your fire, bro. It should make you work harder. It should make you achieve the things that they can never achieve, right?
Yeah,
So-
exactly. That's true.
And that's basically all I wanted to cover on this podcast. I appreciate you hopping on this podcast, bro.
I appreciate you for having me.
Thank you guys so much for watching this YouTube video and podcast. I would appreciate you guys subscribe, turn on notifications, comment down below if you guys want anything else that I want to cover in the next videos. Like the video, share it if you think it was helpful for you. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you.